Welcome to SportsBet TV with me, Paul Alster. I am looking forward to the racing that has survived the elements on Saturday, the 20th of January. Of course, as we know, the cold spell has really taken its toll, and the big meetings at Haydock and Ascot, as well as Taunton, have already been gone. The courses are frozen, and they're going to be inspecting Saturday morning at Navan to see if they go ahead there. Let's hope that they do. But the all-weather action is fine, and I do have one selection for you on the all-weather on Saturday afternoon, a meeting that is now being covered by ITV, so might prompt you to have a bit of an interest. Well, if you're joining us for the first time, please press the subscribe button just below this screen. This is the tipping service that has been really successful over the years, and I'm all about finding each-way prices, sometimes very big each-way prices, and over the periods of time, over seasons and calendar years, always have shown a profit. And it was a very nice profit if you were with me last week. I gave you two selections. Serious Operator to finish in the first five each way, five places. He managed to get fifth at 28 to 1. And that was in the Lanzarote handicap hurdle. He did well, actually, because he was a little bit hampered on the home turn, and then he lost the shoe. So it's a bit like running with a flat tyre, really. So he got the first leg of the place double up, and then One True King over at Wetherby, who'd been a real market drifter, was run a very good race, finished third eventually at 12 to 1. So the double was over 20 to 1 just for the place double. And I hope you were on. And it's not just about backing winners. People have got this obsession. It has to be winners. Well, you can go to plenty of places and find horses that'll win for you at 4 to 5 and 6 to 4 and 11 to 8. And you can claim winners, 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 but at the end of the day, you lose money. It's about making a profit, and that's what some people sometimes forget, including one or two of those that have a snipe on the comments. But I don't mind. It's better to be noticed than not at all. Well, if you want to be noticed for backing winners, then Out in Front, my subscription service is going great. It really is flying, and it's a £25 a month fee. And it is no tie-in, so you can come and go as you please, although nearly everybody is staying with it. And just for an example, one selection given on Friday afternoon, the first bet of the week, and that horse was running at Wolverhampton. It was put up at 6 to 1, the early prices on Thursday afternoon. It was the subject of a massive gamble down to 6 to 5, Palace Boy, and it won doing handsprings. And you would have been on that one at a nice each-way price if you were with me at Out in Front. So you can check out how to join me in the link just in the description box below this screen. Anyway, let's move on to the one selection on Saturday. I take you to Lingfield, as I say, where they go ahead with no problems. A mile handicap on the poly track, which is standard, and there are 12 runners. Now, they put some good prize money up for this meeting, with it being televised now as well. £35,000 for this race, so a decent Class 3 test. And Thales Evolvere for Richard Hannon was the only 7 to 2 favourite, drifting a little bit, bits of 4 to 1 now about that one. It's going to be partnered by Ryan Moore, who has his first rides back in Britain in 2024. He's been globe-trotting. Now, this Thales Evolvere has won 2 of its last 3 all-weather starts, and in the last few months has only gone up £6 altogether, because it doesn't win by very far, and it scrambled home 2 weeks ago by a head over the mile at Kempton. It should give another good account, I think, but the prize for me is a little bit skinny. Probably the most interesting and unexposed horse in the race, though, is the Roger Varian-trained Dragon Icon, who made it 2 from 2 in his career when scoring over the course and distance in May. And then he ran really with plenty of credit, stepped right up in class on a German soil in the German 2,000 guineas at Cologne 3 weeks later at the NA 2023. He kept on to be beaten 8 lengths in 5th. That was a really solid run in good company. Now, he goes handicapping for the firm. Difficult for the handicapper to assess him on that German run. He's given him a mark of 95, which may or may not be lenient. We'll find out. We'll also find out if he's fully fit, returning after an 8-month absence. You've got Fantastic Fox also for Roger Varian, Trope Power for John Quinn, and Woodstock City for Ian Williams. They were 3rd, 9th and 10th, respectively, last time out on New Year's Day in a decent mile handicap, won by Dear My Friend. You may recall that race. Certainly followers of mine at Out in Front recall it, because they were on at 12-1. It returned at 4-1, dear my friend. Of the three that are running in the race on Saturday, Fantastic Fox, twice a winner in mile or weather handicaps this autumn, I think is likely to come out best of the trio once again on that evidence. But I just wonder if the handicapper might just have his measure now. Daniel and Claire Kubler, a husband and wife training team, have done really well over the last 12 months. And one that added to their tally was Al Rufar, who scored for them over the extended mile at Wolverhampton in November. Now, he ran well, but he could only manage third off the £5 higher mark at Southwell last time out. And subsequent to that, he's gone up another £2, which makes his task even tougher here. So he'll do well to challenge for the first prize. And then an interesting runner, the keen-going horse, Forza Timau, trained by Richard Hannon, a horse that might do better, now dropped in a mile from 1.25 miles over which it faded after running free, but showing up for a long way last time out. That brings me to my selection, and the horse in question is called Plant a Dream. It is trained by Karen Jewell, who just has a few horses in her small string, and Robert Havlin, the Scottish jockey, more than capable. He's going to be in the saddle. This horse was a very useful handicapper a few seasons ago, has had injury problems, had been off the track for 2 years when it really caught the eye with a promising return effort at Kempton just before Christmas. It showed that Plant a Dream still retains most, if not all, of his ability. And that impression was backed up by another big run last time out back at the Sunbury track in the race won by Saturday's forecast favourite Tella Savolveri. Now, Plant a Dream was dropped in by Havlin at the rear of the field in that race. He made really eye-catching headway from 2 furlongs out, was just gathering momentum when he was checked in his run, which must have cost him at least a length, I'd say. But then he was switched and ran on well from a furlong out. Inside the last 100 yards, he was closing all the while. He was only just beaten over a length in fourth. That was a big run, and he's now £3 better off with the winner. And you could argue that if he'd had a clear run, he might have gone very close to winning the race. And what's worth noting about the horse is that he has a win and 3 second places from just 4 starts at Lingfield. So this really is his track. And I think that at 17-2, which is now the best offer that I'm seeing with Unibet each way for 4 places, I think Plant a Dream will give you a very good run for your money in that 2 o'clock, the first of the 4 televised races on ITV on Saturday. So there we have it, just the one this weekend. Of course, a much reduced programme. Hopefully there'll be much more to get our teeth into next weekend. Remember, if you want to get some more tips for this Saturday and going forward, Out in Front is the place to join me. And you can check the link in the description box just below this screen. But for now, from me, Paul Alster here at SportsBet. Stay wrapped up well, enjoy the weekend, and I'll speak to you same time next week. Bye-bye.